Yeah. Right here. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Shake 'em on, shake it to you. Shake 'em on and shake it to you. Shake 'em on, shake it to you. Yeah. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Check one, check two. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake, baby. Hmm. Ba 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 ba. Check one. Ba 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 ba. Amen. Not too much. Turn on some lights. Hang on. Welcome to a casual day here at Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Had to go to the hospital today for some testing. They gave me some radioactivity, so I'm radioactive. I said, "Oh, what if I went across the border?" Because I live in a border town, and they said, "Oh, we've got to give you a special note for that, believe it or not." And I said, "Don't worry, I don't want to cross the border. It's okay." But even when I took you on those motorcycle rides in some of my other videos there, down to where the border is, if I were to take you there right now, I shit you not. If I were to take you to the border right now, they would detect me as radioactive. Even where I was standing right there by the plinth, showing you the Canada on one side and USA on the other, even right there, it would be like a dumb thing to do to go there today. In fact, maybe even for the next 7 days. Well, what would I show you? Showing it to you kind of now. I recently did that mail call from Dale in the UK, and look what I got. I asked him for this, and he went out and got it because it's not so easy to get. And I have no idea what I'm asking for. I think I probably asked for quite a difficult thing. But as you can see, Queen Elizabeth II is prominently because the Isle of Man is, of course, in the UK, but also kind of a place unto itself. It hosts the big race that basically races all the way around the island, and that race is known worldwide, especially for the motorcyclists of the world. Yes, my new scope. I made every mistake you can make. So I don't know. How do you keep a person from doing dumb things? You can tell them about the dumb things you did, and then they're likely, everyone makes their own mistakes. And it's only money, after all. But my first scope, I figured I'd be happy with a $20, scope through. I got one, and it is not that it didn't work. It really isn't. But when you're doing a presentation in 1080 and your scope's only 720, it becomes kind of a pain. And you kind of wish that your scope would just put out 1080 so that it matched your presentation. But you can get around it. It's not that big of a deal. But then you go and get yourself a 1080 scope. And you say, wow, this is cool, man. I like a good 1080 scope. And then you wonder, what comes after that? Well, that's this. My scope is well over HD. That there is just a little window on the scope, the actual picture. The actual window on the scope is like this. Actually, should be some cool ones. Right? So if I squish the window in so that it fits within 1080p, that's what it looks like. Check the focus here. if you know your OBS, I go transform and reset transform. That is the image from the CCD of the camera in its native size over 1080. So the image itself is way bigger than 1080, as you can see. It doesn't fit. So instead of zooming in, like a lot of people do with their scopes, I zoom out or make it bigger if you like. Instead of trying to make my image bigger, I actually make my image smaller so that it fits within 1080. And if I want to show you a particular coin, I actually just zoom right in on the coin. I can do that. I can look at any of these that are within the frame. The image quality is going to be awesome. The only thing still is focus is not easy. It's something I'm going to try to do some fine tuning here. Just one extent would be more so. There we go. One thing is focusing, fine focusing could be finer on all of these things. Brown Sugar, thanks for stopping by. Martin's Treasure Hunting, thank you for stopping by. William E. was here from the very beginning. Basically, I got a scope that I have to dumb down rather than smarten up. The Insulin Toonie, the Black Ring Toonie, the Victory Toonie, the Upside Down Summit Series, the new Indigenous Day, Glow in the Dark with a little bit of battle scar right in the middle. Bill Reed there. And in the middle, showing my beautiful queen. Let's see for real what's on the other side. This is what makes it the coin I wanted. It's got my kitty cat, my little Manx with no tail. That's a bumpy rumpy right there in the picture. My kitty cat's a stumpy rumpy. So yeah, back to the scope. This is a Celestron, and it's the Celestron. It's a 5 megapixel Celestron. Give me a second. Don't mind honestly telling you that I'm halfway scared of finding out how hard that was to get for Dale or what it actually cost. But I told him I wanted the one with my kitty cat on it, and he came through for me. So thank you again, Dale from Coin World UK. Please watch his shorts. He does some wonderful little shorts showing you what he's come across, and it doesn't take long. Make a comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe please to Coin World UK. He's got way more subscribers than me, but you know. Anywho, got the overhead camera in place for things and stuff. That's a good idea, actually. There's the scope right there now. You can buy a bunch of other scopes, Chinese ones, and not this one. Not that this one isn't Chinese, probably. But, and I'll tell you this, The stand is a piece of garbage. Oh, garbage. And the nicer aluminum stands that you buy for other scopes don't fit this one as well because it's a sort of a fatter beast. But at the same time, the stand that it comes with doesn't fit it all that well either. I think that the stand itself is kind of junk. Really brings it back into the toy category. You just oops. None of that was English. Sorry. What about that? None of that is English either. Oh, for frig's sake. Well, the box has one 5-megapixel handheld digital microscope pro, one high-quality stand with adjustable height. I question that. Celestron, blah, blah, blah. None of that stuff is important. What's important is that it has 5 megapixels as opposed to, I don't even know how many the other ones have, and that it has glass lenses, and that it makes a real nice picture that you're going to have to crop into rather than expand to be larger. As you can imagine, if you could picture, pretend that every picture that you see is made up of little tiny column squares, okay, just for the hell of it. If a picture is made up of a bunch of tiny little squares, and then you want to make that picture bigger, you're kind of pulling those squares apart. And as you pull them apart more and more and more and more, you get to a point where you've pulled them apart too much and they become blurry. Let's just call it blurry. Now picture, you're starting with these same squares, but now rather than pulling them apart to make the picture bigger, you're going to push them together and make the picture smaller, which is what I do. That's the difference. As you pull the little squares apart to make the picture bigger, it's a detriment to the quality of the picture. When you push them together, you add quality. And every camera has the built-in quality where you've neither stretched the picture or pushed it in. You have neither cropping is pushing in, or zoomed out. And that's called the native resolution. And in OBS, when you go to transform and then reset to transform, it brings the picture to its native resolution. So this sensor in this microscope camera has this resolution built in. I'm neither zoomed in or I'm neither cropped in or zoomed out. Let's put it that way. And that is what makes for a good scope. So don't buy a 720 scope unless you're only going to stream on StreamYards, because you're at 720 on StreamYards, unless you paid for the 1080, which you haven't because it costs $50 a month. Don't do that. So there's that. Or you're streaming at 1080, coming straight out of OBS probably. Or you're streaming at something higher, maybe coming from an iPhone or something, maybe, I don't know, could be something. But a scope like the Celestron, man, that's top of the heap. And even then, there are the scopes that go on top of actual compound microscopes for photographing truly microscopic things. But that's another thing too. And that's a totally variable thing. And that is, and something you don't realize right now by looking at this, there's a solid foot between the camera and this image that it's making. I mean, I can crank that up. I can't move the things are somewhat fixed, but my way of getting around the fixation is to actually bring the coins up by setting them on something that's taller to bring them closer to the objective lens. Hang on. Oh yeah, now you get to enjoy some of the nuances. The nuances. I like to reach out to the people who grow pears. No, never mind. You see, if you grew pears and you hired me, right at this moment, I could do a commercial for you. And it would go like this. Now's the time to serve and preserve BC brand Bartlett pears. BC Bartletts are wondrously juicy, marvelously sweet, and so easy to preserve. They're at peak of season prices now, and that means extra savings. Don't let the Bartlett pear season go by without serving your family fresh BC Bartletts often. And then you would make a bunch of money selling your Bartlett pears, and I would make money for making a commercial for you. Wouldn't that be good? Can we do that? I'd like to be your Bartlett guy. Bartlett fartlet. So let's take a look at the Indigenous Day coin. I did have an offer, and still do, where you get to choose 2 sets of coins. When I say a set, many of the Canadian painted coins have an unpainted version. So we've got quite a few different sets you can choose from, where you get a painted and an unpainted version of a cool Canadian coin. You would get a black ring toonie, the one that we put out celebrating the life of our queen. You would get one of these, the Indigenous Day toonie. So that's a total of six toonies, and every toonie is a $2 coin, so that's $12 face. And I was throwing in one more coin of my choosing. You don't get to know what that will be. And that was $30 USD to my PayPal, dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. You can specify the sets that you want. The only sets that aren't available are the D-Day set and the glow-in-the-dark set. Because I don't have any D-Day sets, and glow-in-the-dark sets are simply more expensive. Can't afford to do them. Mostly because I don't really have that many of them. But these, I got a few of these brand new. They just came out. And it was pointed out to me today that we've got a brand new $1 coin coming out. Whew, man, fast and furious with these coins, I tell you. Let me see if I can get a visual on that. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh, hells yeah, right away. Gotta say, I really like my little television studio here. Gotsta. Okay. So there's the new upcoming Canadian dollar celebrating Elsie McGill. Not sure what she did. Unconquerable spirit and trailblazing firsts with a special collectible. Ambition takes flight. Admire a barrier-breaking icon with both versions of the $1 coin in a special keepsake card. So 50,000 of these are being made. 50,000. That's not very freaking many. It doesn't feel like it's going to be like what I would call a circulating coin at 50,000. $24.95 Canadian. $25 for $2 face. What can I say about that? Celebrate Elsie McGill, who believed we are all capable of reaching for the sky. Elizabeth Elsie McGill, 1905 to 1980, was a person of brilliant mind and unconquerable spirit who excelled in aeronautical engineering and elevated others by championing women's rights. Twice featured, with and without color, in this commemorative collector's keepsake card, the 2023 $1 commemorative circulation coin celebrates this exceptional Canadian once dubbed the Queen of the Hurricanes, whose accomplishments as well as her exemplary desire to improve and uplift others were driven by her unrelenting belief that we can all soar higher. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? No. Pretty cool. Oh, it's a whole set too. So it's a mint set with your 20 some odd dollars. Did you know? A 1942 issue of True Comics dubbed her Queen of the Hurricanes. As chief aeronautical engineer, Elsie McGill supervised the engineering work for the Canadian production of more than 1,450 Hawker Hurricanes for the Allied war effort. She even designed a winterized version. Already Canada's first practicing professional women engineer, Elsie McGill became the first woman in North America, and possibly the world, to earn a master's degree in aeronautical engineering. That same year, 1929, she contracted polio and was told she would never walk again. But she defied expectations by learning to walk with the support of canes. She's unstoppable. All right. Wonderful female ass kicker. Canadian. Designed planes. Nice. All right. So that's what we got coming from Canada Mint. Ooh. There's more coming, though, even more than that. I seen it. But this is the first one, I think. But this one came to me courtesy of Found It Buried, who gave me the quick email and said, "Hey man, check out the Mint. They're doing it again." It's going to be a whole series, though. Maybe they'll stop making $2 ones and make some $1 ones to make that more fun. because there are a lot of $2 ones already, and if it collects some $1 ones that are cool, that will be cool because it's half price. That's why. All right. Pretty good idea. All right, so bottom line is we're working on our own engraving for the king. We're not going to use the one from Britain. We're going to carve our own, as we have our own artists here in Canada to do so. So we will be waiting to see what the effigy of His Royal Highness looks like. Sure like to see it. There's no flip side view of this coin. There really isn't any view of it. They didn't show it to us yet. Buggers. All right, I think it's going to be on that coin, but I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. We will wait and see. Meanwhile, at the house, things are piling up. So there is the coveted glow in the dark. Of course, rescued out of circulation, it's definitely got the battle wounds that show it with the removal of some of the enamel. This is the one with the UFO in it. It's a special one, cost extra. See that? See the UFOs in the sky right there? Flying through the Aurora Borealis through that hole in time and space? That's cool. Or maybe it's not. Bill Reed's looking pretty good. There's a tiny bit of wear on there, but it's the kind of wear you don't see with your own eyes, I swear. That little blotches above the right eye. And other than that, really don't see too much wear on this one. But again, when you're looking at that with your naked eye, you don't see any of that. Now the insulin coin, I think that looks like a guy running with his fist extended out, kinda. But when you look really closely at this coin, you get an idea for what they're trying to portray here. Let me just knock everything out of the way here first. I want to sharpen up the focus if I can. I think that's as nice as it's going to get. Oops. That's okay. Turn that out of the way a little bit. That's about right. So on this coin, we've got the mortar and the pestle there under or above the JK, who is obviously the artist, and the different ingredients there, leaves and things that the chemists would have used, or maybe a maple leaf behind it all saying Canadian. I'm not too sure what the significance of that is, except that it does look a lot like a maple leaf. But then cryptically to the left, what do you have there? Wedding rings? No, those are like blood cells. Those are like the platelets and the blood cells that carry the oxygen to the everywhere in you, with the little hole in the middle that, I don't know, does so, I think. But yeah, those are like realistic depictions of your oxygen cells inside you, if I'm not mistaken. And there they are again right there. And it's weird what they're showing you, because really understood only by, like, you know, biochemists. This is truly the biochemist's $2 coin. And notice there is a little chop out of that one pill bottle near the Erlenmeyer flask there. The Erlenmeyer flask is a triangular flask with the top of the real tall one. The bottle in front of the Erlenmeyer flask has a little chop out of it, actual physical existence damage, you know what I mean? Something bad happened to it. All right, well, this one, of course, is a black ring toonie. Not a lot to see here, aside from the fact that the outside ring is darkened by a electroplating process. I'm not sure. Once again, we did get a victory one out here that has once again been a veteran of the psychic wars. Looks a little bit better as you're not looking at it with a microscope, but definitely got somewhere coming out of circulation and never going back as far as I'm concerned. Now, these ones here, you can't really go wrong because with the Summit Series, they are 2022 coin, not like the Victory one that's been out there forever. So it's not really hard to get a nice Summit Series together. And that's what they look like close up. And that's basically one without really a blemish. I know you think you see little dots, and that you do at the microscopic level, but I can assure you when you look at it, you don't see them dots the same way as you do here. We got a pretty powerful microscope now. You hear? And even now it could get closer. I'm going to try a little max closeness here, just for fun. Max headroom. Okay. Oh, it's Bobby Orr. I didn't realize it was Bobby Orr. I don't know if that's really Bobby Orr. Oh, Ken Dryden. Ken Dryden was a goalie. Could be any of those cool guys. I don't know. Look at the outside ring that shows the brass that was not part of the enameled part. On some of these, that's not exactly very... Ooh, look at that. Interesting. I was going to say on some it's not very even, but what do we have there? It's like the outside ridge. And then, oh, look at that. Same thing. It's like half and half, and then it goes, I had no idea. That is cool. How do you counterfeit that? Because right there, it switches to the gold or brass. Oh, wow. I didn't even know. Oh, that's cool. And now there is coolness in these letters and numbers. I don't know what they mean. 15, 18, 20. I bet you we could find out. And hidden in here, which you can kind of barely see right now, I'll stop shaking it around, are 2 maple leaves. And this is another thing that makes Canadian coins freaking hard to counterfeit these days, since we already have a million counterfeit, toonies out there. Good old camel toe. Now, it's hard as hell to do that. Anyway. My kitty is a meanie. I like to pick up my kitty, but she always hisses at me. She does not like being picked up. She does not like being handled. She'll take it for a little while, and she almost always vocally expresses herself. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Block. Hi, BH Ringer. Brown Sugar was here a little earlier. Silent Silver, thank you for coming by. I've been yammering without looking at the chat. Could be. It's a licorice whip. I'm reading back, so I'm going to try to properly address y'all. Thank you so much. When you use a scope, it's normally on a metal tray. What do you use to not scratch your coins? That's a good question. In this case, that's a piece of cardboard. And I went into the fabric store and I asked them for the darkest, blackest fabric they could give me. And I covered it in fabric. And then I decided that I kind of needed sort of some options. So I have this one. This one was the first one I did that I secured with some staples. But if you zoom in on a coin, you don't see the staples. So that can be good. And then there's this one. And I just did this one the other day, basically with the rest of the fabric that I had bought that day. I decided I wanted one that I could that would take up the whole field if I wanted it to and have more room. So this one here is exactly the same. Fabric on cardboard with tape on the back rather than staples through. And then when I want to show coins, I just move the cards around rather than touch the coins a lot, especially when they're under the scope. I changed everything, so give me just a second to refocus. Focus is very fine, somewhat difficult at times, and kind of a pain in the butt. If they were to design one of these little scopes with a fine focus as well as a coarse one, some little wheel that was they could turn it a bunch of times that would make only tiny influence on the thing, that would be great. So there's the thing y'all need. A super fine focus knob on one of these scopes. Chinese people, fix that shit. How about that? Should I say? Sorry, I'm a meanie. Just when it comes to manufacturing, man. I'm very passionate about manufacturing. I just want what I want. Okay. B.A. Tringer, thank you for stopping by. Field Guy. He's one of the other guys who goes live and has a little bit of a live show regularly. So check out Field Guy. He has a chat with his people. What's up? Silent Silver came by to smash the like button. Thank you, sir. Gal, whomever. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I just don't know if you're a boy or girl. Or, you know what? I don't entertain any other options. There's a link to a YouTube video that has a comic strip. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. Please check that out. B.A. Tringer was able to find that for us. And the wife and daughter to spa appointment for Beauty. Now we know you're a gent. Yeah, gotta be the chauffeur sometimes. Blocker says he was so excited. I'm sure he's still excited. But why? Not for donuts or holes. Tim's Donuts. Blue thing is licorice whip. Gamble it all. I've been noticing that a lot on the tunings, the stamping causes the brass to roll. No, that's by design. And that coin, they merge. As far as I can tell, that's by meaning. Dang, you're nuts. Coining around. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually trying to get caught up on the chat here. Was Paul Henderson, not Bobby Orr? Of course, you're right. Of course, it was Paul Henderson. We kind of all know that, but, go ahead. I just partner. Sleeping in saved me from bidding on a bunch of auction stuff. Guess I didn't need them things. You're probably right. Well, now I've got more scope power. I'll be checking all these things out. I could definitely look at any of these other ones and be critical of it, but now I can see it. Let's take a look at this one. I have to put that block back under there. That's one thing, you got your scope set up in a certain spot, and sometimes you want a far shot like this one, and sometimes you want to get right in and fully oh God, I love the fields on this. Thank you again, Dale. Look at it. It's just like, you must have paid good for this one. Thank you, Dale. There's no way you get something from 75 that looks like this without paying $1 or $3. 20. Thank you, sir. So cool. Oh, it's so cool. Oh yeah, baby. I would want to squeeze my own kitty in love for this, but I know she would also kind of like to claw my face off in the process, which is fine. I don't care. Come on, all you guys out there, you know about the toxic girlfriend. That's my cat. My cat is my toxic girlfriend. Anyway, which video do I got pumped up right now? I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Oil, thanks for stopping by. I think this is the mail call one, except it has no audio. And I posted it with no audio. I don't know how I even made it with no audio, but I did. And then I just voiced over the thing again. I sent Blockus. It was funny. I bought a microscope and it wasn't perfect. So I called the company, I emailed them, and I told them what the problem was. And they agreed after I made a little video to show them what was bothering me. And they sent me a new one. And they told me, don't worry about the old one, just do whatever you want with it. So I sent that one to Blockus because it works. It's just not perfect. And I kind of thought if I was buying something, it should be, basically perfect the day I get it. God knows I'll wreck it, shortly. And it's 4K, but only when you use it on the phone. Otherwise, it is 1080. But if you hook it up to your phone, it's better with it's got a wireless connection. Pretty cool. But I always wanted this one Celestron, the one that you can see in the top corner of the picture there. I always wanted the glass lenses and the blah, blah, blah. And I went to their site where they were still on sale for way too much. And then they had the Amazon return. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get the Amazon return one and pay less. And honestly, if I don't like it, then it's just going to be another Amazon return, somebody else's Amazon return. Is the way I looked at it. Plus the price was down to the same price as what what I would have paid for one of these Chinese units. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the Celestron now. Today was mail day. Now tomorrow is mail tomorrow. Nice. I don't think anybody in our community is that big of a freak over much. A day or two. God knows I don't make any promises to be ultra quick. And so long as George is out there setting the bar super low, we'll all be fine. Dale sent them over in those little plastic flips and he taped them down. There he was. Just as I got it out of the package. Woohoo! I got a couple of other coins too. A couple of other 50p. 50pp. I actually put them up pretty quick here. Right after we take a good look at this Isle of Man. Friggin' fields are gorgeous. I don't care. The one thing about this coin is I do not know if it has any silver in it. Don't care because I love it regardless, but such a big and substantial coin. I guess since it's 75, we weren't doing a lot of silver in coins in 75. I wonder if I go back in time on the Isle of Man, if I can find something with some silver in it that's got that big cat on it. I suppose that's not too hard to figure out. There's the Queen and the Victoria Cross, I believe. Two different effigies of the Queen. Elizabeth II, 52 to 2022. All right. So I was saying, with the mic muted, really looking for people who might be interested in putting together a $2 book. Of course, I got a brand new one right here, $15.95 later, ready to go. And I have all the coins in stock to fill this nicely for you and send it off. I do not charge much at all. In fact, I mean, when you get right down to it, we were looking at that just had that Mountie quarter up. That quarter is a 25-cent face. And in your book, it would be 25 cents times by 0.25. Or if you like, 0.25, 25 cents times by 1.25. And that's how much it costs you to get that coin in the book. That's what I charge for it. 0.25 in addition to face. And the 0.25 is for the search and the handling and the whatever else. So that is literally all I build into it from that point of view. So whether you would like a $2 book, which is ready to go, or a quarter book, which is ready to go with stock on hand, I would love you to reach out to me. We do have, obviously, cents books, 5-cent books, 10-cent books, 20-cent, no, 25-cent. That's the regular caribou quarters, but then we do this one. We do the commemorative 25-cent book, and we do the $2 commemorative book. Those are the two that we're best at. The 25-cent commemorative coins, where you get all the cool painted ones and whatnot, same thing with the $2 book, and that's what this one here is. I would love to fill that for you, but keep in mind these books hold 60 coins, 60 $2 coins. So you're already looking at 120 face. I'm going to be charging you 1.25, so 0.25 on the finding. There will always be something extra in the book, and there's not a single person who's ever received one of these from me that thought the value wasn't there. So I offer them to you. I would really love to put together another $2 book for somebody. A number of people have these that can vouch for them, but whether it's a $2 book or possibly a quarter book, whatever I could put together for you, I've sure got a lot of coins in stock, and I'm wondering why I have them all in stock. See, that's a thing. A lot of people just want to glow in the dark, and I have glow in the darks. You buy a book, you're going to get a glow in the dark. I just decided that I'm just not going to market my glow in the darks that way because they are hard as hell to find. And honestly, if you get a book from me, you get a set of glow in the darks, the glow in the dark and the non, and you get them for face plus 1.25, the same as I charge for every other coin in the book. And that's a thing, right? I don't want to say, oh, that one's worth this much and that one's worth that much. You know, it took me about this, I don't even know what it took me to find. That doesn't even factor into it because it's not possible to factor that into it. It's just not. If I was doing it because it wasn't fun and gave me things to do and chat with you all, if it wasn't for that, then it wouldn't be worth it to do. But I have put away pages of the best of what I found. My own personal book is complete. So I ask y'all, are you guys interested in a $2 book where I have curated each coin for you? Those that have received them have loved them. and I want to do one for you. Now, I know it's not like, I'm not asking you for $5 here. It's not a small ask. I just return the value. That's what I think. So reach out to me, dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. Tell me whether you're interested in a quarter book or a toonie book, and I will be happy to complete that for you post haste. Get it sent away to you. And honestly, you would be the first book to get the Indigenous coin because it's come out since the last book I made. So that one there is brand new. How many $2 coins in one book? 60. Generally, I fill the book with, there's 60 spots. Now, in a book I make, not every single spot will have a $2 coin in it. Some of them will be different, but the book is valued by the cost of shipping, the cost of the book, and 1.25 the cost of the face of the coins. So if some of your pockets don't have a $2 coin in them, maybe they have something different. That's because there's only so many $2 commemorative coins. So the actual book has room for more than there are. But I send other things, other $2 coins. For example, the book will have a bunch of $2 coins that are not commemorative, but you'll get a 96, a 97, 98, and so on and so forth. There are some years that you can't get a coin of, like a 2010. If I have a 2010, you'll get one, but their mintage was super low. So what I try to do is give you all the commemoratives, all the painteds, then a bunch of individuals from the different years that are nice and circulated, but not beat the hell. And then I fill up with a couple of other thank yous, and you're charged the cost of shipping, the cost of the book, the cost of face of the coins in the book, times by 1.25. And that's it. And I ask for that in USD. And that's where my big profit is made. I get a bit off the conversion if the conversion is good. But I don't value individual coins. Like if you go to wherever you look for coins and find a set of the Bill Reeds painted and unpainted, and the guy wants X, I swear to you, it will not be. If you get two $2 coins, that's $4. $4 times by 1.25 is what you will pay me for those coins in your book. You will not be paying $4 times by 1.25 to your source. It just won't. And that's because I felt I should be paid something for the searching, but I also had no interest in trying to turn it into a business where I'm trying to squeeze out the maximum value from each coin. The only way I'm trying to squeeze value is by saying that the few glow-in-the-dark sets that I do have, they only go out in books. I'm trying to add maximum value. Now, I've got quite a few of these Bill Reeds and a number of the other sets. So we totally, in fact, let me just a sec here. Pardon me. See, that's what this one's all about. There's the Unpainted Summit series. There's the Painted Summit series. There's the new Indigenous Day. There's a painted armistice and an unpainted armistice, and the Black Ring Toonie, of course. And then we go back around. So that's just a few of them. This particular offer is somebody who would want two sets. And not every set is available, but in this case, the individual took a victory set with the V and armistice set with the big red poppy, they got and that was the offer. So it's 2 sets you choose. You also get a black ring and a brand new Indigenous Day toonie and 1 more coin of my choosing. And this particular person asked me for a particular one, and I was able to oblige with that Victory nickel that goes back to the 40s. So that was a $30 order for somebody who already actually had some coins from me and kind of needed a booster pack kind of thing. But that's available too. But that's not as good a value as the book. But if you want particular coins, so long as it isn't a painted D-Day, which I don't have stock of, or glow in the dark, you can choose 2 sets, like I'm showing on the screen right now, of your choosing, 2 sets, plus you'll get the brand new Indigenous Day, plus you'll get a black ring just like that one, and 1 more coin. We don't know what it is. And that through dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. Just if you've got a particular, you got to let me know which ones you want, and then you'll pay me through PayPal. I have lots of good references. Lola Udi, Jack Galman, numbers of others, Becky Belmontes, guys that coining around. Lots of good references. Mia, lots of good references. Don't have to worry about being treated fairly and properly, because that is what we do. That's how we do it. Yeah, I have this habit of making videos to do voiceover afterwards and then forgetting that they have no voiceover and publishing them anyway. So that happens. That's a thing. But no, that's the offer of the sort of the filler that isn't a book. So that's those are my 2 offers. And I'm actually thinking about dropping the cost on this one a little bit, but I would ideally like to get 30 USD. That'd be real nice. That's actually way more profit for me than it is to do the book. But nevertheless, if you'd like a few nicely curated coins sent your way, labeled and beautiful, I want to do that. If I can interest you in a book, I really want to do that. dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com for any correspondence, any PayPaling. We'll make sure you get choices, beautiful choices. And the brand new Indigenous Day is right there. Nice. That's the whole idea there. But, I keep looking through the boxes of toonies and whatnot because I want to find more of the Indigenous ones, and you just end up keeping more and more. And it gets to a point where, truly, if you guys are not going to be interested in it, which it's not on you to be interested. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. If I overestimated the interest of others, that's on me too. Those 2 binders that are right there, one of them is full of quarters, the other one's full of toonies. Unfortunately, it represents about $1,000 in toonies and about $400 in quarters. So, when the bike needs gas, I can always start paying in toonies. What they're going to do after the gas is already in the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? Right on, B.H. Ringer. The numbers on the Summit Series represent roster player numbers. Also, the numbers start with HS, Harry Sinden, who was the head coach and general manager, and end with JF, John Ferguson, the assistant coach and also general manager. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you, B.H. Ringer, for the info. If I get an order right now and you tell me you need your you need your extra coin, the one that you don't get to know what it is. If you send in an order and you tell me that second coin needs to be a second black ring toonie, you can have it. That's a limited time offer during our live today, because I usually try to add a coin that doesn't cost me another $2. So right now for you guys, if you order, you're going to end up with an additional, the magic coin, the additional coin, the one you do not get to choose. Well, you get to choose, if you wish, either my choice or an additional black ring toonie to give to friends or family or people that you know that are nearby you that could be numismaniacs as well. Try to sweeten the pot a little bit because, again, I want to keep looking through boxes, but it becomes a little bit stupid when I realize I can't really keep anything more that I find. Even if I find more painted ones, I'm not a man of unlimited wealth. Can't really do it. So, yeah. Meanwhile, back at the outhouse, things are piling up. And there was Grandma swinging on the outhouse door without her nightie. Baby, could you ask for more? I bet you could. The one symbol I don't know a lot about is the symbol at the top of this coin. It looks like 3 legs, I think. I'm not sure what it stands for exactly, but I've seen closer up pictures of it, or I've seen it rendered in other ways, and it looks to me like 3 human legs that come together in the middle, and I'm not sure otherwise what it really means. So if you know what that means, let me know. Maybe I can find something else that's cool to look at under the scope that I don't already have out. Oh, I think it's something. What, you bought a roll? Did you really? A roll of glow-in-the-darks? I didn't know there was such a thing. Asked you early before the half-hour mute if you have any unk. No, I don't have any uncirculated glow-in-the-dark coins. Everything I got comes from circulation, for the most part. Wow, focus is hard sometimes. Capsule doesn't help at all. That's the one thing about the glow-in-the-darks. They're not so many circulated coins, only the one. But yes, we've been working on the glow-in-the-dark technology for quite some time now. And like Blocka says, there's more to meet the eye when it comes to Canada and glow-in-the-dark coins. That is right. You're just scratching the surface, man. And that is because I only deal with the ones that are actually circulation coins, but Block is going to have some of the coolest coins that Canada has made that are also very spooky, very, very spooky, kids, and glow in the dark. May not know it, but Block's channel moniker is one of those cool coins he's talking about. You could buy his channel moniker at the mint if you can find one. I love this example of the 62 penny. She's a hanging two, and she's in really nice shape. With liberty and justice for all. That's a good point. You could be buying gold. That's always something to consider, right? That is the disappointing thing about some auction places still here on the great World Wide Web. You know, they're not making any special allowances or even working particularly hard to make sure that, you know, their Canadian brethren can also get in on these things. I've run into a couple places that just don't ship to Canada, or it's just so much trouble. Basically, it's just so much trouble for them. It's just too much trouble to do. So they just prefer you didn't bid. Whatever. That's what I'm kind of getting in places. Just saying. Yeah, it won't hurt you to be unique, that's for sure. The buffalo. What else is laying around? Come on. Goes in there somewhere. Weird. There we go. BH, how is the weather on the East Coast? Oops. Not to worry, though. Anytime you make gold the giveaway on your channel, you're going to get all kinds of people after it. That will always be well received. Some kind of little crystal, I don't know. Not even sure how I ended up with it. It's got a little drill hole in it for a string so you can hang it in your rearview mirror. Piss off everybody by reflecting the sun in copiously stupid ways. But no doubt it's fun. Absolutely. What's that rock? It's the rock that doesn't roll, except it does. Elizabeth, I'm in Abbotsford. You have the same temperature as me. Actually, I've gone up to 26. I really needed to be 26 today. One shilling. An old 1 shilling right beside a modern 50 pence. What do I actually collect for myself? Well, there's a couple of odd coins missing out of different books I have. A couple of odd toonies, a couple of odd loonies. Just a couple of odd. Working on my own Canadian books that are, otherwise basically complete, other than, like really weird circulations, or they only came out in a mint set, or the odd holes I have. And to tell you the truth, haven't been working that hard at it lately because a lot of other things are getting in the way or taking priority. Let's put it that way. But box hunts are fun to do. So I've been doing box hunts, hoping to find more of the Indigenous Day toonie out there. And now we've got some brand new coins coming, new loonies coming from the bank. We looked at that one earlier today on the stream. The new mint loonie celebrating the female airman responsible for the development of the hawker. I missed which thing Blistering Barnacle is looking for. He found one of them last week. A shilling? Pretty sure you didn't find a 1 kilo coin. You must mean the shilling. Welcome back to Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Hi, everybody. I got a shorty and a little offer for y'all. What we're doing is we've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. Now, already got a package going out to somebody right now, and this is what you'll get to choose. You'll get to choose two sets. So this person chose a victory set and an armistice set. So that's right there. Let's see here. You get a black, you get an indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 Canada 5-center. So this particular order is going out with a victory toonie, and it's unpainted, painted and unpainted. The armistice, the black ring, the 5-center, and the Indigenous Day toonie. But you can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection. You can have a victory set. That can be one of your sets. You got to choose another one, so you might choose an armistice set. You got maybe the brand new from 22 Summit Series set, or perhaps the Insulin set, or finally perhaps the Bill Reed Hide-A-Bear. Now, no matter what you choose, you're going to get a black ring toonie, and no matter what you choose, you're going to get a brand new Indigenous Day toonie as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins, and then a bonus coin of my choosing. Alrighty. So you can definitely add that Indigenous Day coin to your collection. Plus, of course, some of the other ones you may be missing because instead of just doing roll searches and hoping for the best, no. We're going to actually just give you the ones that you need. You get to choose. PayPal me at dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. You can let me know which ones you want, and I can confirm that I've got them for you. PayPal me directly at dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. And it is $30 USD. That includes regular letter mail shipping, not mentioning whether it's going to include any kind of tracking or not, because I don't know, probably, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. No promises on the tracking. If it gets lost, we'll send it again. The value level is not that high, if you know what I mean. Pardon me. As the traffic rolls by, I'll leave you with one more view of the coins in question. Once again, $30 USD gets you choice of two sets, plus a black ring, plus an Indigenous Day, plus another mystery coin, all sent out to y'all. And that is that. And my stupid damn dogs. They know when I want to go live. They do. Those are them. But probably the most important one is that one right there. Because the chances of you having one, slim to none. Once again, from Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know. Reach out to me by email, dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. And we will definitely be able to help. Thanks again, and bye for now. Back from the commercial. Oh, yeah, baby. Posted there's a short. Post the spinning wheel of coins as short. It's a little long to be a short, I think. I need to find a way to chop it up a bit. But like you said, just the spinning wheel part. You're probably right. I just fired up because there was nobody else who was live. So I figured, hell, Want to play with my scope anyway. So, but I'm running out of things to put under the scope. Here, you liked this the other day. I'll put that in there. Got some holders, but they never scope good in a holder because the holder reflects so much. Dirty little coin. Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Little coin. Dirty. Didn't you have one like that out the other day? As a short. There's a short in the wiring. There's a short in the wiring. It's letting out the magical blue smoke. There it goes. Brown sugar concurs. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, diddy, dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back. Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Hi, everybody. I got a shorty and a little offer for y'all. What we're doing is we've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets. Sets of I see no the lock gives no now Canadian cost what we're doing is we've got what we're doing is we've got some really good we've got we've got some really good stock on the Canadian dollar coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. Now, already got a package going out to somebody right now. And yeah, read a message going to already got a package going out to some one. Now, already get one. And in the week we are doing today. Now, already got a package for somebody right now, and this is what you'll get to choose. You'll get to choose two sets. So this person chose a victory set and an armistice set. So that's right there. Let's see. You get a black, you get an indigenous, you get a black, and in the very well we have passed an accident. We are little like listen, I heard name it like we should own it. Was I don't we a lot on swim that line here scenario that by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 Canada 5 center. So this particular order is going out with a victory tuning, and it's unpainted, painted and unpainted. The armistice, the black ring, the 5 center, and the indigenous day tuning. But you can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonies that are by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 Canada 5 center. So this particular order is going out with a victory tuning, and it's unpainted, painted and unpainted. The armistice, the black ring, the 5 center, and the indigenous day tuning. But you can choose something different if that's what you need for your. Oh, you're finished with that. A sushi. Ui, you're finished. It's in that. There's no smell of near Albert sits him out. None painted. The arm. None of the nothing that. You know, you could be that well, you'll zero or will look at the was. There's no smell center. So this particular order is going out with well, you'll zero or will look at the was. There's no smell. Then I valve you know from Yanda. A 1945 Canada 5 center. So this particular order we're looking at was. So this particular was. So so this particular order is going out with a victory tuning, and it's unpainted, painted and unpainted. The armistice, the black ring, the 5 center, and the indigenous day tuning. But you can choose something. You can choose some sushi. Day tuning. But you. But you. You. But you. Valve, then I Valve, 45 Canada 5 center. You can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another one. And in this case, 45 Canada, 5 cents. All right. You can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection. I need more coffee. Oh, yeah, vertical short format. Everybody needs watch time, my friend. Let me see. It needs my email address on it. I have to figure out how to do that. And one other thing is it needs a fade to black at the very end. So, I mean, there's a few ways for me to do that. Let's see here. Think about it. I could jam it in there. Okay, so if I was to just, there's like 10 different ways to do this. That's the problem. Uh, okay. I don't know what that does. Oh, your need for your collection. Hey, that was cool. Collection. Her collection. You can have. Ah, you don't want that. Collection. Okay, we'll stick with that. How do I put a title card in? I could use it at the beginning and the end. Just forget how. I did it once before in a different video, but that doesn't mean I know how to do it now. Not sure. I'm gonna have to watch a video to figure out how to do that, or, or the other thing. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's do this. He picks up a bus and he throws it back down to the east of the village towards the center of town. No. They say he's got to go. I think I could choose shorts resolution right now, vertical resolution, but I'm not going to yet. Let me see here. So I want to add to this yet. So we'll throw that in the render queue. We'll render that out and see what happens. Pretty short, render out pretty quick. All right, that's done. Okay, now if I close this, and then I go to video 2, and I change this. Welcome back. Welcome back. Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Projects. Hi, everybody. I got a shorty and a little offer for y'all. What we're doing is we've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's... That's not it. Welcome back to Dimebag Darren World. Is what it'll be. Wait, so where did they render that to? Ah, poop. Oh, yeah, probably. No. Ah! Stupid thing. I forgot. So 8.2. 8.2. Okay, all the pictures are there. So where did that go? Shorts. Right. I made a new. Thought I did too. Shorts. Okay. We've got some really good stuff. Okay, that's working. All right. Put that down. Bring this up. Go to video 2. Point it at the shorts. Browse. Welcome back to Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here YouTube. In the corner of my living room. And this time, shorts. Woohoo. Entitled. Go. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen. Okay, how long does this run? Most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order... Stop. Rewind. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have... It's only about 30 seconds right now. Brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. Okay. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 so Canada I send 5-center. Add you can choose text. Something different if that's what you need for your... I'm going to add some text. Collection. Okay. Going to be new. It's going to say... Okay, don't see that working right now. Not sure why. Trying to put some text on the screen. Think. Nothing is locked. Should be visible. What are the properties? Font Arial. Text. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. Now if we get this, we've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So we would go, in order to get, we would go banner. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen. Just leave that there the whole time. Most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of, and we got to fade to black there when we want it. Okay, so that's good. So do I green love? I don't know. Don't make this short a commercial. It's just the coins people click on it. Well, I'm making this now the way I'm doing it now. We'll fine tune shit after, because I've been already doing this. Okay, so it's gonna go. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand. Okay, what if we do banner number 2, but we add text? Existing. Get out of studio mode. No. Poop. Wait. This one here. Get rid of that. Banner 2. Add text. Right. Okay. Make that small. Wow, that gets small fast. Okay, so if I start with this,
We've got some
go to
really
the
good
video,
stock on the Canadian $2
then
coins.
as soon
The
as the
ones we call
video
the
ends,
toonies. We have the
go to
sets.
banner 2, and that is it. That's the whole thing. So I'll hit the record button and then I will go. Hang on a second while I mute this. So, ba ba ba. Wait a second here. Hang on. Let's see if that's going to play.
We've got some really good stock on the Canadian
Ba
$2
ba.
coins. The ones we
Am I
call the
being heard?
toonies. We have the
Maybe
sets.
not.
And we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have.
That works.
So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 Canada
So this should
5
work.
center. You can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection.
Okay. Banner. All right, done. Okay, so that should be saved now. Should be. Except for I forget where that one's saving. Oh boy. 8.2 right now. I know it's 8.2. I guess that's it right there. I hope. Okay, let's see.
We've got some really good
Yeah,
stock
that's
on the
it.
Canadian $2 coins, the ones
Okay.
we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new
let's
Indigenous.
close that. Let's name this before we get what the hell it is. Toonie short. Then open up this. Switch this over to the Toonie short. That would be
We've
video
got some really good
2.
stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies.
Offer.
We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day
And
toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another. Got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. We have the sets, and we got the brand new Indigenous Day toonie that's going by there on the screen right now that most, if not all of you, do not have. So, in order to get them into your hands and put together a little package for you, that is kind of exactly what we are doing today. You get a black, you get an Indigenous, and I throw in another one. In this case, I'm throwing in a 1945 Canada 5 center. You can choose something different if that's what you need for your collection.
all right, so that's a little bit whipped up there. Now, if I put that in the machinery, how do I set a fresh one? I want to do that, but I want to convert it. Right. New project. This one will be SHORTVERT. Shortvert. Then if we go into here and get some clips from the media pool, we import the media from videos. Wait, on J, video projects, tuning short. Put that down in the timeline. There. Put it in the editor, the easy editor. We've got some really good stock on the Canadian $2 coins, the ones we call the toonies. Good. Go to the end. And this time we're going to tell it it's for YouTube. We're going to wait a second. We're going to call it short vert edit. We're going to put it in shorts. In shorts. And we're going to tell it we want vertical resolution. I don't know what difference that will make. This is higher than the timeline resolution of scale. The resolution is higher than the timeline resolution. Upscale from timeline resolution, selected resolution by reducing its quality. No, we don't need to do that. Okay. I don't know what's appropriate. I thought maybe once I put vertical resolution, it would sort that out. It does. Okay. Screw it. Just add it to the queue and do it. I don't think that was so great. What if I go for a square resolution? Add that to the render queue. Add a little SQ for square. That looks better. Okay. So we've done a couple. Okay. So I'm surprised it doesn't have upload as short. I don't see what I do to make this a short. I'm not sure that helped. I did that. The title or description. Shorts, eh? Well, there's a much easier way to create a short from a public video you've already uploaded. Anyway, well, I did it. I uploaded it. I made it. How long did it run? I don't even know. Save. Whatever. I did the thing.
All right, that's it. A short was made. I don't know if it's a short, but it's something, something. I made it real quick. I made it in a short amount of time. Is it still a short? I don't know. I don't know. E pluribus unum. There's an interesting group. Canada, US, and UK. I don't know what happens. I looked for a thing is how do you post a short, but it didn't say. I know off my phone, I can push a button to make a short. So I don't know. While it was running, I got myself a coffee. Mm-mm-mm. Yum, yum. Silver Keys is having his buy sell trade. Al Chaffe's on. Tech Deals is on. Rob has a podcast is on. China Show is on. Have you ever watched the China Show? That's a cool show. I enjoy that. All right. I see a few things I'm interested in watching, so I'm going to bow out after a little bit of time here. We spent some time live, 2 hours, 40 minutes, pissing around with the scope and whatnot. We'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll be back. All right. Thank you for coming by Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.